Hello everybody, this is Yoko Anime Reactions, and you don't have to ask, I took a shower. That's why I'm dressed in a different shirt. Anyway, I'm just currently waiting to go into work today, about 3 o'clock. It is currently 12:43 right now, so I've got a little less than 2 hours. So in that 2 hours, I'm going to get the rest of Dr. Stone out that I have already gotten done. Up to episode 6. As far as I know, we only have 11 episodes in season 2. So we have 5 episodes left after this to wait on. So it's going to be a while before I get Dr. Stone out, so I apologize to you guys. But you all know that I normally only do English sub unless it's a really, really good anime that I want to watch and does not have a dub coming out anytime soon. And, or Funimation's being a bit weird and giving me an English sub when it's supposed to be English dub. A cue Attack on Titan Junior High for that one. And speaking of that, I'm going to have to work on that too. Anyway, let's see. So this is going to be my review for Dr. Stone, Season 2, Episodes 1 to 3. So it's Episodes 1, Episode 2, and Episode 3. Yeah, I'm getting these shows out a lot faster by doing multiple episodes in one video, which is good. They're slightly more annoying to edit, and take a lot longer to edit, but I think it's worth it, to be honest. Because if I wasn't doing that, how many episodes of Dr. Stone have I gotten out so far? Or videos have I gotten out so far for Dr. Stone? Let me see. Let's see. Come on. There are 9 videos out for Dr. Stone right now. I would still be in season. I wouldn't have even gotten in the double digits yet if I had done it single episodes. No, I probably still would have gotten this far. I still would have just had multiple episodes uploaded. Like 4 or 5 videos uploaded at once just to be able to get that far. So I'm currently waiting on my brother to bring me food because he was going to town to get food, and I asked him, if I give you money, could you get me something? So that's going to be my dinner because I didn't know how long it was going to take him, and I didn't want to wait and not get any lunch. So I'm going to have that what he brings me for my dinner, which is a chalupa cravings box, which has a chalupa and 2 tacos and a drink. Done. If you're wondering how is this gum, it's gum. I actually thought it was mints at first when I first started trying these. No, it's gum. Anyway, now that they got the phone made, they're trying to figure out, well, when are we going to go into this preemptive attack? Well, first Senku wants to make space food, aka instant noodles. Because when you're on the go, out there in the woods, you don't have time to try and hunt or gather anything when you need to be resting to get out the next morning. So, all they would need if they were able to make this would be some hot water. And they actually do make it, and to them it tastes good, but I don't know how it tastes really to Senku and Gen, considering they have the real thing many times before, and it's a lot better than what they have there. So, they also know that Homer is watching them, so they have a little idea to make a diversion, so Chrome, Gen, and Magma can head out to the Sakasa Empire to try and deliver the phone to Taiju and Yuzuriha. They make sonic bombs, essentially. They do actually make flares, but that's in the next episode. Essentially, a sonic bomb is a weak explosion, loud noise. So it would draw her attention and give the others a chance to hurry up and get the heck on out of there. And so far it works. However, she soon realizes that something's up, especially after Kohaku tries to catch her. Because they're not just trying to draw her attention, they're trying to catch her. She soon realizes that Chrome, Gen, and Magma are not there. So she soon realizes that was a diversion. And the reason she's able to evade Kohaku as easily as she has is due to the fact that she was a gymnast back before the whole petrification thing. And she still is a gymnast. And Kohaku and the others have no clue what a gymnast is or what gymnastics are. Senku knows, though. And when they end up catching her with a flare, sadly she gets away, but Senku ended up making a blacklight flashlight thingy, and he put tungsten powder all over her, essentially. So that way, when he uses the blacklight, it'll light up, it'll glow. So that's how they try and catch her. And they also use the phone that the others are carrying to do Morse code to let them know what's going on, like where their position is and everything. Essentially, it's like texting, in a way. Morse code texting. But, yeah, so now they know what's going on, where their position is, blah, 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 all that. And they actually do catch her this time. So, yeah, once they get there, they start putting getting the phone set up, and they end up burying it right in front of the little cross that they put up to, make it seem like Senku was dead, and they were putting up a cross in his memorial. And sadly, Magma decided to be very loud and break a rock with a hammer, making a very loud noise, even though Gen kept telling them to be quiet. There is a guy with super crazy hearing on the enemy team. Thankfully, they get it buried and hide before Ukyo shows up. Sadly, he figures out where they are, and they have to run away. Lucky for them, though, he did not find the phone. Thankfully, Taiju and Yuzuriha realized that somebody had buried something there, and realized that most likely it was Senku, and they found it. And obviously, there is a heartfelt reunion between the two, even though you could tell Senku doesn't really show his emotions very often. You can tell he does miss them. He might not be one for emotions a whole lot, because we've only seen him cry one time in the entire show. And, yeah, his friends mean a lot to him. But he does try to tell them, get somebody to come over and listen to this call. Because they need to start getting people on their side. And lucky for them, someone is guarding them, essentially. Or rather, is keeping an eye on them, because obviously Tsukasa doesn't trust them. And they actually get a weird idea to get Gen to do an impression of Lillian. And claim that she's with the U.S. government, and that they're on their way to try and fix them because they all got unpetrified, which is obviously a big fat lie. As far as we know at this point. However, the guard, she sounds like a tough cookie, but the weird thing is that she is a Lillian Weinberg super fan. And, obviously she doesn't quite believe that that's Lillian, so she starts asking her questions. Like, how many copies of your CD did you sell, for example? And Senku gives around, like, a 6 million copy guesstimate, because, he can't really figure out how much exactly, down to the digit, because there's no internet. And she seems to accept this answer. And then she asks for her measurements, and I'm like, how would they know that? Senku's not like that. He's not going to know the lady's measurements. He does, however, give a guesstimate, because he remembered a picture of his father and Lillian in the International Space Station, and he kind of guesstimates based on his dad's height, the height of the equipment, size of the equipment. And this is what trips them up, because Nikki the guard, she claims that Lillian would have kept that information a mystery to appease the fans and give them, the fantasy of how big or small she actually is. So she realizes that that's not Lillian. And Senku realizes the jig is up, so he essentially tells her, yeah, she is dead. And that. And before they try to figure out, what should we do next? So Senku decides to play that song. And Nikki realizes that's the real thing because she is, like I said, a super fan, so she has heard her songs probably hundreds of times. And they actually do get Nikki on board as long as they promise to keep that song safe. And she actually asked him, is it possible to make more copies of that song or get more of her songs back from the grave, essentially? And he said no, because the only reason they even have that one is because his father was smart enough to make a record in the first place before they all died. So there ain't no way they're going to be able to get more copies, so he's going to have to protect that record with his life, essentially, if he's going to want to keep that memory and that song alive. So now, they have an ally in the Empire, thank goodness. And we might have another one later. Because, episodes 4, 5, and 6 will answer that one. Sort of. Or at least give us an idea of he might be an ally. Anyway. I will get this edited. Or I don't have to get it edited, I just have to get the video stuff uploaded. And I will see everybody next time.